Hey everyone! Welcome,
Hi,
welcome to
Hi,
the Hangout. It's Meme and
Summer.
Layla.
and so we're going to answer the questions you guys already started posting. And if you want to follow along with questions on the left-hand side, you'll see a Q&A button. And we're just going to begin. So the first question, select it. Okay. How many times a week do y'all completely saturate your hair in the winter? And that was a question by Imani Bethel.
I do it about once a week. That's enough for me.
And I like to do about once a week, but sometimes I do twice a week, depending on just like how thirsty my hair is.
I also do it once a week when I wash my hair, I guess. But sometimes, just depending on how my hair feels during the week, I might do like a quick saturate and condition co-wash situation. But I don't really tend to co-wash often, so it's just usually on wash day, which is once a week.
hmm And then the next question is, how long is too long to go without re-moisturizing your hair? And Pink Coil says, I tend to make my twist outs last for a week before rewashing and twisting my hair again. But I've begun to wonder if not moisturizing in between could it be having a damaging effect. Any insight? Anyone want to start?
Well, it really depends on listening to your hair. I really don't have like a set time in between. I just see if my hair actually looks really dry, and that's when I will moisturize. So I would just listen to your hair and just see how your hair looks. Because everyone has different hair types, so I might not have to moisturize my hair as much as you. So I would just listen to your hair basically.
hmm And I would agree with all of that. Like listening to your hair, everyone's hair is different. So if you know how your hair like acts when it's moisturized and that's not how it is, then just listen to it and also it's trial and error so you know when you're done moisturizing.
Yeah, I agree with the lady. I think there was a point in like my hair journey when I would moisturize my hair like daily.
hmm
I think at the time I needed it when I was transitioning. My hair was, very difficult, so I had to keep it moisturized to avoid breakage. But now that I'm completely natural, I tend to just be at one with my hair, like really, harmony. So I know when my hair feels dry. I know when it needs moisture, and that's when I tend to moisturize it.
hmm So the next question is from Candace, and she asked, "What is your favorite do-it-yourself hair treatment for winter time?" Oh, this is a fun one. Should I start?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm all about the do-it-yourself hair care. Like I literally live for it because before I would never do any like do-it-yourself deep conditioners. I would always buy it, but then I started doing it myself, and I found that it was just I got so much better results, and so I just stuck with it. But my favorite during the winter time, I like thicker things, so anything with like shea butter or castor oil, I'll mix that up. And then just to keep my hair healthy, I'll throw in an avocado in there, so then it like it separates the oils, and then it makes for like an even application to just like moisturize it. But I think like the hair treatments I use is definitely a deep conditioner and not so much of like a leave-in.
My favorite is the avocado, olive oil, and honey mask. That is like my ride or die for real. I dedicated a whole video to that, and I just love it. It's my favorite. I think the video is called DIY avocado mask, something like that. If you guys want to look at it, but yeah, it's awesome. I love it. But avocado does lighten your hair. I will warn you if you have color treated hair, so kind of can mess with the color.
Mhm.
Um, I I have one which has all the ingredients that everyone mentioned. I also have like a hair smoothie that I tend to go to, and it's got avocado, banana, coconut milk, and I absolutely love it. But one that I levitate towards the most in the cold months is shea butter and hibiscus with a few oils and then a steamer, and I just love it. It's perfect for the cold months, and it really helps me to maintain moisture throughout the week.
Mm-hmm. So I see there's more people joining now. So if you're just joining us, I just want to let you know that you could add questions. And if you're having a problem adding questions, I don't know, somehow let me know, maybe in the comments or something. But we're just going to go through an order of the people who ask questions. Or maybe you could comment too. We're chill about it. So the next question is from Dianba Torre. That's beautiful. And it says, hi. Do you recommend finger detangling?
Me personally, I'm really not about that finger tangling life because this hair can get kind of crazy. But it really depends on the state of my hair. Like if it's really, really moisturized and saturated in conditioner, I can do it if I have the patience that day. But I really stick to my Tangle Tamer brush or Tangle Teaser, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm just very impatient when it comes to detangling. But it is better for your hair to do that. It causes less breakage.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite. I am all about that finger detangling life. I think I would spend way too long if I didn't finger detangle. I think it helps get the bigger tangles out first. And the only time that I would use a comb is if my hair is wet and it has some conditioner in it, and I just feel more comfortable doing it that way. But otherwise, like, I'm always finger detangling.
I am also I think I'm probably like the hardest hardcore finger detangler there is out of everybody in the Hangout. But I solely finger detangle. I solely finger detangle, and I've been doing it for a few years now. So I think at the beginning I know exactly what Summer's talking about. It was just like, oh my god, because compared to using like your brush or whatever, it takes forever. But I think I've been doing it for so long now that it's just like second nature. So yeah, I would advocate finger detangling if you have the time and patience.
Okay. So the next question we have is from Candace. And she asks, where do you get your hibiscus powder from, Layla? I've searched and can never find it. I would like to know too, even though I'm not in London.
Oh, well, actually, I buy it from Shea Butter Cottage. So if you Google Shea Butter Cottage, it'll come up. And it is a UK-owned black business, but they ship worldwide. So that's where I get my hibiscus powder from. And I use it for loads of things. I drink hibiscus. I use it for hibiscus tea. I use it with my bentonite clay treatment. I actually filmed a video this weekend, so hopefully I'll get that up this week. And then I also use it with conditioners, so it's perfect. And it's so good for you, so many good benefits, both internally and externally.
Oh, I'll just add in something because I just feel like it. So in Sudan, like Sudanese culture, like hibiscus is such a big use of everything. It's believed to have like healing qualities. A lot of people drink it for the like bitter taste, and then you could also put sugar in it. And yeah, I like hibiscus too. Just wanted to. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Have one of you ever tried biotin from LM?
I have, and it didn't work for me. Yeah.
How long did you try it for?
I don't know, maybe a month or so. So maybe that's why. But I try to just eat healthy more than taking like pills and stuff. I think that is the best route than taking pills.
So I never tried it. Oh, sorry, Layla. Yeah, I never tried it. That's
Sorry. Yeah, so just like both the other ladies, I've never tried biotin either. And I agree with Summer. Having a balanced diet is very, very important when it comes to hair care. And I think now there seems to be a lot of focus on taking vitamins for hair growth. But if you do have a balanced diet, or you already kind of maintain a balanced lifestyle, when you buy these hair vitamins, you don't really tend to see that much of a dramatic increase in hair growth, because you don't have anything, you're not lacking any of those, I guess, vitamins or minerals in that supplement. So yeah, sorry, I'm kind of going off on a tangent. My point is just eat healthy and try and maintain a balanced lifestyle.
Oh, sorry if you guys hear my dogs.
Oh, he's so cute. You can see it in the screen too. Okay, so our next question is from Lydia, and she asks, do any of you use glycerin in your hair in the winter? And if so, do you work it into your hair care routine?
I have never used that before. I heard it was pretty good, but I wouldn't even know where to get it from, or I don't know anything about it. So, yeah, bad hair guru over here.
I mean, not necessarily. It's like everyone has different needs for their hair. I use glycerin sometimes. It's just really thick. Like it's like a lot of moisturizing. So I don't. In the wintertime, yes, more so. But in the summertime, I don't usually use it. But I guess the question is in the winter, so yes.
Okay, so I'm going to be the Brits with the different accent, but I use glycerin in a gritty hair spritz that I usually make, especially around the times when I'm experiencing a lot of shedding. So every now and then, like, my hair just sheds, and I guess it's probably seasonal shedding. And I always make a green tea hair spritz that I keep in the fridge, and I always put glycerin in it. But I can't necessarily say that I use it more in the winter time than I do in the summer. I kind of just use it whenever I feel like I'm shedding more than usual. So.
I'll have to try it out then.
Maybe you'll do a video and see your results. I'm into that. That's me telling you guys can post. Let's skip that. And then the next one is from Imani again. And she asks, I like to keep manipulation at an absolute minimum. Does daily or every couple of days moisturizing count? I wish we could ask you to rephrase the question.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
I think I know what you mean. I think she means that she doesn't like to manipulate her hair, and would we class moisturizing her hair every now and then or daily as part of manipulation?
Okay.
And I think that kind of depends on what kind of moisturizing you're doing, because there are times when I just kind of spritz my hair with one of my leave-in conditioners and then kind of like rub an oil through. That could be classed as moisturizing. And then there are times when I want to kind of switch from one hairstyle to the other, where I'll moisturize and finger detangle, which is obviously more manipulation. So I think it kind of just depends on what you're doing with your hair. I wouldn't moisturize my hair every day and finger detangle it. I think that's a bit excessive. So I guess you can kind of gauge that with what you're doing to your hair personally.
I would agree with that too. Okay, so the next question by Che Love. She asks, how do you not fall into the trap of product hype or pretty packaging but terrible quality?
Look at reviews on YouTube or on naturallycurly.com. I like to do that before I splurge, because everyone knows that these products cost a lot, and I am a sucker for pretty packaging. So I would just like look at reviews on YouTube and look at like blog posts and stuff from people that you trust. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Or else I would be broke right now.
I definitely, so pretty packaging and like, I bought into the hype, honestly. When I was first starting, like anything, if you told me that this product's gonna make my hair longer, shinier, stronger, I would believe you and I would just buy it. And then clunk it on and then realize it doesn't work and try something else. So I definitely wasted a lot of money like freshman year of college and sophomore year of college. And I think I was doing it honestly though because I just really wanted this like instantaneous like pretty hair that I thought like I wanted or needed actually. So it was like a false sense of security buying all of these different products. But like finding out, um, doing research on my own and like Kelsey was saying, but doing research and like realizing what you're putting in your hair and then like trying mixing up your own things definitely helps in making you see past that hype and those like claims that they have. So definitely do that. It's like pretty hair that I wanted or needed. Do I hear myself?
I think Shanique's here.
Oh yeah, I am. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
How's everything going?
Everything's good, but I can't stay too long. I gotta go out.
Okay. So we're just on the question of like how do you not fall into the trap of product type and pretty packaging?
I think I have to agree with Summer with what she said. Definitely watch reviews from people you trust, and yeah, if you see I don't know, for me, for example, if I see something that I really want to try, I'll go out and try it, but usually I stick to what I know and what works.
Mm-hmm. Layla?
Oh, I don't know what it is, but I don't really usually fall for the pretty packaging. I might be like one of very few naturals, but I think usually products that I want to try, kind of just like Summer said, things that maybe like a few people that I love and watch on YouTube, and I might see them kind of constantly talking about a certain product, and that's usually when I feel the need to try something. But other than that, I'm not really a product junkie. I think it's because I like to spend my money elsewhere. So I kind of find it hard splurging on my hair because and I go through so much product that I kind of don't like to spend my money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the next question we have is from Just Kissin' Makeup, and like it's a play on makeup. Cool. So guys, how long did it take for you to perfect your hair routine and understand what works well for your hair, whether styling or product-wise? You guys are, and then she says a compliment. You guys are so pretty. I love you guys. OMG. Aw, you're so sweet.
Thank you. I guess I'll start. It took me, I'm going to say this. It took me for my hair to get healthy before I could find my hair routine. Now, pretty much, I'm not going to say every product is my favorite, but I'm going to say every product doesn't make my hair look bad, and that's because my hair is healthier now, and that took about a year and a half to 2 years to get my hair pretty healthy, and yeah, so now I can pretty much use anything, and I don't really have a problem with it unless it's, like a sulfate shampoo or something like that. But yeah, just get your hair healthy, and then you'll find what really works for you.
So I feel like I'm always perfecting it because I think I'm using the best product for my hair, and then I'll try something new and I'm like, oh, this works really well, or like it works well for this season or this hairstyle. So I'm always learning new things, but I do have like my basics like avocado and olive oil that I always go back to and they never fail. But like I feel like it's always a work in progress, and also as your hair changes, as like you get different lengths, and if you want to add color, like it's just going to keep changing, and you're going to want to like keep reading reviews and doing research to make sure that you're getting the best hair routine for you. But for me, it's like always changing, and I'm always trying to perfect it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think for me, I'll say that maybe because I also transitioned for quite a long time, so I had a long time to get to know my hair in every aspect of it. And then also kind of by the end of my transition, I thought I knew my hair, and then I cut my ends off and it was a completely different ballgame. So I do feel like your hair changes all the time, and it's affected by loads of different things. But I do know the kind of the basics of things that I can do to my hair to get a certain result. But other than that, I feel like my world of hair constantly changing. After I cut my hair, the way it behaves is completely different. So if I haven't cut my hair in a long time, and it's really kind of a personal relationship that you have to build with your hair and yourself. And I feel like it's something that constantly changes. So.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm still learning. As most of you guys know, I am transitioning, so I'm always learning something new with my hair. Just like what Layla just said, once I cut off my relaxed end, my regimen is going to completely change again. And I'm ready for it, but I'm still learning. So it's definitely taking me a little while to figure it out.
Also, I wanted to add in that I stopped obsessing over frizz. Once you do that, you will have so much peace in your entire life. I'm telling you, just like accept that frizz is going to come and that life isn't perfect and your hair is not going to be either. So I quit obsessing over perfect hair. Like, my hair is never just like completely perfect. And that's how those products get you guys. Like these companies and stuff get this perfect defined curl and da da da. That's never gonna happen. So just like quit wasting your money on all of these products. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there.
Okay, just to throw in there, following on from what Summer just said, another thing that I think people kind of really need to let go of is this thing about shrinkage, and people hate their shrinkage. And once you get over the fact that shrinkage is part of naturally curly hair, like no matter what kind of hair texture or hair type that you have, everyone experiences a degree of shrinkage, and it's just part of naturally curly hair. So I think once people kind of get past that, I know when I cut my hair, whilst I was transitioning, I thought I had shrinkage, but when I cut my relaxed ends off, that's when I knew what shrinkage was, and it was kind of a shock. But I need to move and accept shrinkage and frizz as part and parcel of what our hair is and what it does.
Good addition. So the next question we have, again from Che Love. What advice do you have for teens or young adults whose parents hate their hair or still pay for their hair and make them press it, or worse, relax it when they are trying to go natural? So she also added a personal note. She said it's a big problem for her when she was transitioning, and it still continues to be a problem. Go ahead. Yeah. Were you speaking, Summer?
No.
Okay. I know for me, my mom likes tamed hair. Like, she doesn't really like hair that's out and like big. She doesn't necessarily want it to be pressed or straightened. She just likes it like slicks back. And she just thinks it's neater. So it was a little bit of an issue for me. But I hear this from a lot of people because your parents raised you and you don't want to do anything like against their wishes, but at the same time it is your hair, and it is hair at that, right? Like, it's gonna get cut, it's gonna grow back, so it's like one point it's like not a big deal, but another point it is a big deal because it's yours. And it's like a fine line between like what to do with your parents. And I don't want to say like a direct like advice like don't listen to them or listen to them, because you guys know your situation. And if it's like if it doesn't matter too much to you, then like maybe you want to do what your parents say. But if it's like a big thing, then I think like let them understand where you're coming from. Like have a conversation and what it means to you, because a lot of times they think you just want to do it to like annoy them maybe. But if they understand that this is something that you want to do and something that you research and you know about, then they're more likely to come around. And then also know like with time, if they see you like owning your hair or like just with time, I think parents do come around, and it could be difficult at first, but definitely have patience with them and they'll have patience with you.
So just to kind of chime in as well on what's just been said, when I first decided to go natural and I was transitioning, I had a lot of opposition from family members that weren't happy with my decision. And that, that included my mom, and she used to make all these comments. And I remember there was one time I was at uni and she called me and she was so upset that I was going natural, and she's like, "Oh, you're doing this to upset me." I mean, it was just thinking back now, it just sounded so crazy. And and now I've gotten to the point where my mom is like my #1 YouTube fan. Like she would see someone with her hair and she's like, "Oh, my daughter's on YouTube, like go check that out." So my point is, like sometimes there's a point in life when you have to do stuff for yourself, like you have to put yourself first and you have to be selfish. And if going natural is what you want to do, if shaving your head and going bald is what you want to do, and you know yourself that is what you want, sometimes you kind of have to follow through and do that. And people around you will come around, like lead by example. Yeah, so kind of just have the confidence in yourself. And if it's something you really want to do, then I definitely say that you should, go for it. And people will come around. They will come around.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with Layla. I'm transitioning right now. My mom is not a huge fan of it, but she's slowly starting to come around. And she does watch my YouTube videos, and I think that's kind of helped her fall in love with my natural hair a little bit. So definitely try and show your parents pictures of different hair types. Let them know that it's your hair, and at the end of the day you're gonna do what you want to do, and it's on your head. So yeah, just let them know that this is what you want to do. You are 100% sure that this is what you want to do. You want to be natural, or you want to have curly hair, whatever it is, and just go for it.
I agree.
Ditto. So the next question is again from Just Kiss and Makeup. She says, when you started to transition, did you have an idea what your hair was going to look like, maybe length or size? And do you think the hair typing system works, as my mom used to do my hair without the typing system? Good question.
I'll answer, I guess. I can't say, even though I was not relaxed for the majority of my life. I think I got my first relaxer when I was like 12 or 13. And then when I was 20, I started my whole transitioning journey. So I wasn't relaxed for that long. But I also didn't really recall what my hair looked like, or what texture I had. And one thing that I'm so thankful that I did, that while I was transitioning, I really kind of focused on any particular hair type, and kind of focus my energy on this is what I want my hair to look like. I was just so excited that I was going natural that I was just kind of like going to be happy with whatever I had because it was my hair. And what I find is a lot of naturals, because there's like an abundance of inspiration out there, and a lot of people tend to kind of levitate toward a certain look, and that's what they want, and then they become disappointed when their hair doesn't turn out that way. I think it's kind of more important to focus on the personal journey that you're on, with self-acceptance, rather than a particular look that you want to achieve.
So my story, like I didn't really transition, but I did have keratin treatment, which is supposed to be an alternative to relaxing your hair. But what it ended up doing was it did make my like ends very straight, so it seemed like it was a perm, and maybe I just got the wrong thing. And like I was in a weird position because I didn't know I was getting the keratin treatment in my hair. It was my mom's stylist who's doing it, and yeah, we didn't know. So once I found that out, and like, cause I was like, why is my hair like getting straighter and straighter? And then I found that out, and then I got really upset, and I think that really it pushed me to want to learn more about natural hair and like cut off my hair. Like if you saw me before, like my hair was like pretty long and then I cut it before. So I knew how it was before the keratin treatment, and I'm trying to just like get it back to health. And with the hair typing system, I think one that there's a broader spectrum than that hair typing system. I think that's just used to maybe like generalize, and maybe like it's just easier to like, because as humans we like to like compartmentalize things and like put things in boxes. So even like with hair, we always try to put people in boxes. So that's just one way to do it. But then know that like there's in between the boxes, and like people have so many different types, and like you might like respond better to someone, like respond to a hair treatment that someone else who's not your hair type has. So it's just really like if your mom was just doing it, like if your mom was just doing it without even knowing your hair type, she's just responding to your hair itself. And I think sometimes that's the best way to do it. Like, don't go in thinking, oh, this person with this type of hair is doing it, so it's not gonna work for me. Like, just put it, like, try it, and if it responds well, use it. So just like know that it's just another way to like categorize things, but it doesn't have to mean you have to stay in the box.
Yeah. With me, I was relaxed in middle school, and then I stopped getting relaxers when I was 13, and then I just went straight to the flat iron for 4 years. And so basically my hair was just like fried, and it was straight, but it was kind of wavy, and I always thought that that was my natural texture. So when I transitioned from heat damage, I had no idea what my natural curl pattern looked like until I just started taking care of it. So I really didn't know or had an idea of what my hair was going to look like. I just wanted it to be healthy. So yeah.
Okay. So, Shanique, do you want to say something?
Yeah, for me, I got my first relaxer at a very young age. I was in elementary school, so I had no idea what my hair looked like. I have no memory of it, no pictures, nothing like that. I kind of have an idea of what it looks like now because I've big chopped in a few areas, but I won't fully know until I'm 100% natural. And like, I don't know who mentioned it, but even though me and someone else may have the same hair type, a certain product may not work for me and that person. So it's really a trial and error when you're trying stuff out. No one's hair is the same. We might have the same hair type, but we may not like the same products. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next question we have is, do you think there is stigma around natural hair and divisions within the natural hair community? For example, color or hair type. Who would like to start us off?
I guess I'll say something, seeing as my last video caused a ruckus. There's definitely a division, and it's something that I kind of know. I think everybody who is part of the natural hair community has noticed. But what I think people don't realize is we end up fueling the whole thing. Like we're keeping the flames burning by commenting on it, or by like pointing certain things out without, I think I'll go back to my video because it really, really irked me and I completely understood where people were coming from, but without realizing it, the comments started to almost become like an attack on a group of people for not looking a certain way or not having a certain type of hair texture, which is exactly why people were commenting anyway. So, people were trying to point out that we were alienating people and sidelining people, but by commenting, that's exactly what they were doing to us. And I think that's what sometimes happens, is that we keep this conversation going, but we're not doing it in the right way. We're not having the right kind of discussions that lead away from these things. We're having conversations that end up, alienating ourselves, where we're continuing to put each other in boxes, and we're pushing those boxes further and further apart. And it's quite sad. It's quite sad because, if it's not color, if it's not the shade of your skin, then it's the type of hair you have. And if, a group of women happen to be together, although they're black women, if they share something in common, it becomes an issue because they don't have someone else with them that is slightly different. I think we need to learn to appreciate diversity within us as black women and black people, instead of kind of focusing on the diversity but turning it into an issue. And it's really, really sad to me. So that's my 2 pence. I've been waiting to say that for a long time because I didn't comment on anybody's comments on my videos because I knew that I was going to go crazy. But yeah. And I just also want to say that there was just a lot of microaggressions in those comments. Like, it was just so negative, and it didn't need to be that way. People could have found a different way to voice their opinions that didn't kind of marginalize us for something that we can't control. Yes, we didn't have somebody in that video that had a certain hair type, but it's not like everyone sat at home and said, oh, you have that hair type, you have that hair type, let's get together and make a video. It was not like that. It was purely based on, number one, friendship, number two, a willingness to work together. Why couldn't we celebrate the fact that 5 black women came together and made a video to celebrate being us and to share that with people with the intention of helping people?
Agreed.
Yeah.
It made me sad to look at those comments because it was like all of us got together to make this video just to represent being natural, and it was just some hatred, but I could understand, and I mean, it just totally crossed our mind. Like, I know that's probably bad on our part, but honestly, we didn't even think about it at all. Like, hair typing is it's really not even that important. What's important is like your porosity of your hair, what is the state of health of your hair, that kind of stuff. Hair type, I use the same products as maybe some stuff that Layla uses, or somebody with 2C hair or 3A hair or something like that. That stuff really doesn't matter. So how they made that such a huge issue, I'm like, this is just beyond me. I'm just going to pray for y'all, okay? That's all I got to say. So, yeah. It does cause a lot of division, which is pretty sad, but, yeah. It is what it is.
So I think anything where my hair, I was trying to fix it. It's a lot going on today. It's a lot going on. So I think with anything that's different, there's always going to be tension. It's not unique to like our natural hair community. It's not unique to people with straight hair. Like, it's whenever there is a division, there are going to be things that collide. But like, I like to focus on like that beauty within that division. Like I said, because even though we can get out of these boxes, because there are boxes, people try to focus on like hair care remedies for these boxes, and then that ends up like having different types of remedies that, like, if we all thought we were like one type, then maybe we would all just follow one path. So through diversity, you get a lot of new products and a new education. But again, like, there is going to be stigma around it because there is that division. But moving forward, knowing that that division isn't, like, again, like I said, it's not a clear-cut line, and that you could go in between the lines and like use any hair regimen and then just see how it works for you, then there's that beauty. And when we use that division to understand that diversity is bringing us more knowledge and education, then we see that beauty in it. So I'm very hopeful. And honestly, though, like the natural hair community has gotten a lot stronger over the years. I think that we're a lot more open with each other. I think that we're willing to learn from each other, regardless like what kind of hair type it is. And I think that's just the growing need of the natural hair community. So it's exciting time to be a natural. Okay. So the next question is from Just Kiss and Makeup. I really like your questions so far. So let's see. This one says, did you have any negative feedback when you started to do your own hair? Because my mom, I'm going to say mom, my mom loves plaiting and putting my hair in a bun, but I love it out, and so does everyone else. But so basically, did we experience any friction with our family and friends? So it's a similar question like last time. Like my mom, like she loves, like I said earlier, she still does love when I put my hair back and just something neater. But again, like understand like the relationship you have with your parents, and if you're like really young, then maybe they have a greater say. But like as you're transitioning into womanhood, then you should start considering like what you want and like what you love. But a lot of times, maybe she's doing this for a protective style because she doesn't want your hair out in like two tangles.
Yeah. I personally didn't have any negative feedback. I think I'm one of the lucky ones. My mom would always try to get me to wear my hair natural when I was younger, but I didn't want to. I wanted it straight. So I really didn't have any negative feedback, thank goodness. But yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Anyone else? Okay, so the next one is actually a fun one. So Lynn De Ramos says, what are good products for high school budgets? And I say it's fun because I have two sisters who are in high school. Oh no, one's a freshman in college. Oh, they're growing up. Well, one's in high school. And yeah, she needs to get on a budget for real, because she don't got no job. But a good product, I would say, is just any of the oil. I think actually I remember Kellsey was talking about how olive oil is good because it's cheap and you can just like saturate your hair with it and not feel guilty that you're wasting product. So anything, like I feel like the more natural you get with like oils, the cheaper it is, even though it could, like maybe it's a $10 thing for the olive oil, it'll last you so much longer than something cheaper and smaller. So like invest in like bigger quantities of things, and then it'll protect you longer, and it's a lot healthier for you. So anything like all those oils, like jojoba oil, olive oil, coconut oil, especially coconut oil, I think it's pretty reasonable and it'll last for a really, really long time.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Also, like really natural products like shea butter. I think you could actually find that at the beauty supply store for like $4 or something. And yeah, you could use that and olive oil, or pretty cheap conditioners for co-washing. It doesn't have to be natural because conditioners, they're conditioning anyway. That's why they're called conditioners. So you just use those as co-washes, and yeah, you could have like a whole little routine for just products less than $10, I think.
And I see that Shanice or Niiecey just joined us.
Finally.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So we're just on the question of what are good products for high school budgets?
You want me to answer that right now?
Oh no, I was just letting you know where we are.
Okay.
Layla could answer while you think.
I think whilst I was in school, so I started transitioning whilst I was in school, and I think I ended up doing a lot of DIY, deep conditioners and home treatments and things like that. So it was literally just stuff that I had in the fridge, and just like Summer said, like Hello Hydration was like my best friend, and all these cheap kind of drugstore conditioners worked great for me at the time. And the longer I've been natural, the more that I've realized that I can achieve a certain look with such minimal products. Like literally, if all I had was a bottle of conditioner, a bottle of oil, and some shea butter, like that's it. I could do so much with that. So I don't think you need to spend an arm and a leg to achieve a certain look, and you certainly don't need to buy everything that everybody has. Work out what works for you, and yeah.
Okay, we can move forward. So Candace Dunn says, has anyone ever tried the organics coconut line? She said she heard it was good for the winter time, but she's never used it.
Is that the white bottle? Oh no, that's the clear bottle. No, I haven't used that one.
The coconut.
I've never tried it before either.
Yeah.
I have used one of their lines before. It was the argan oil and the tea tree, and I didn't really like it, honestly. I didn't think it did much.
Was it the ones that it has like a weird shape, like a
round?
Yeah.
Big round shape. Yeah, I see them a lot, and I know a lot of people use it, but I've never used it myself.
Honestly, I look at the bottle, I'm like, that conditioner is not going to do anything for my hair. It's too little.
Yeah.
You need a lot.
Yeah, I agree, Niiecey, completely.
Okay. Oh, wait, I actually know. It's like, is it like a brown color too, like the coconut one? Oh, wait, coconut water line. It's a different one. I know my roommate uses the coconut one that has like a brown covering, but her hair is very, very straight, and she says it works for her. Okay. Okay, so Pink Coils says, do you feel that maintaining your hair has gotten easier or harder as it's grown longer? She's been natural now for 3 years, and she's pretty content with the length, and she wouldn't mind more length, but if it's going to be more difficult, then she's not sure she wants it. That's an interesting way to look at it. I think the best way is like let it grow long, and if you don't like it, just cut it off. It's hair. So if you like it shorter, but like try it if you want to try it.
I at the end of the summer, maybe middle of the summer, I cut my hair. I cut like a few inches off, and I don't necessarily think that it gets harder as your hair gets longer, but there are changes. So I felt like as my hair got longer, the weight of my ends pulled on my hair a bit. So in a sense, it was just, I would say it was slightly more manageable when washing. So it was kind of like easy to detangle with my fingers because my curls weren't so squashed together. But at the same time, it was quite a lot of length. So when you're twisting your hair, it takes longer. When you're braiding your hair, it takes longer. So I think it's just, there's like a delicate balance that keeps going no matter what texture you have. No matter what length you have. So, maybe at one length, one aspect of doing your hair might be easier, and another length, that same aspect might be a little bit harder. So you kind of have to let it grow to see how it goes.
Okay. Oh, did anyone want to answer? Okay. So we're like running out of time, and I see like there's a couple of questions there. If you guys see the question, you could +1 it. So I want you guys just to look really quickly at the questions, and if there's like a particular question you really want us to hear, you really want us to answer, then go ahead and +1 it. And the one with the most will like just go in order until we run out of time. Or if like there's no extra +1. Oh, I see you guys +1ing stuff. I'll give you another second. Okay, there's 3 with 2s. Does anyone want to add the last one? And I'll start. Okay, so I'll just start with the one that had more. So what is your opinion on the word nappy? Is it just a word to you, or do you think it is a negative word?
I'll start, I guess. I've never liked the word nappy. So even when I came across the natural hair world, and I realized that so many people were using it positively, and I think I signed up for a website called something nappy. I can't remember. But anyway, or I had a book, something nappy. I couldn't remember. But I never really liked the term, and I still don't like the term. And I understand that people are trying to turn it into a positive, but to me, the negative connotations to it far outweigh the positive. And if I was walking down a road and someone was like, "Oh, you nappy-headed girl," whatever, I would take offense. I wouldn't see that as something that's uplifting. So for me, for that reason, I don't like the term nappy. I don't ever use it to describe anybody's hair or refer to anybody as nappy. So that's my opinion on the word.
Yeah, I think I agree with Layla. I don't like the word nappy either. I feel like it just sounds so harsh, and like it depends on the person. Obviously, like you said, some people see it in a positive light, and some people don't. So I wouldn't use it at all. I don't like that term.
Okay. So the next high one. I think we kind of answered this, so just because of time, like what kind of moisturizers did we use? You could see in our series we mentioned a lot of different moisturizers, and even at the beginning of this, so you guys could go back and review it. We used a lot of different ones. The next one is: would you change your hair texture if you could if you could change it to a looser or tighter texture?
No.
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 It took too long for me to figure this out. No.
True that. And also, I feel like my hair texture is changing itself. Like throughout the years, it does get looser, it does get tighter, and in like the winter, it gets a little bit tighter because it's just colder out. So it does what it wants, but I'm not gonna tell it what to do. Or I can't. It does what it
Honestly, for a day, I would love to have Layla's texture of hair. At least for a day. I just want to try it out. I've always loved her hair, so yeah.
I love your hair.
And then I think we'll close it off with this question. So Rihanna Bagwell says, what is the best part of being natural?
Versatility. You can do everything with natural hair, you know, straight, curly, short. You can make it short, you can make it long. So I just love the versatility of natural hair. And I would never ever relax it ever again.
I like how you can try different hairstyles without using hair tools. Like I can make my hair look wanded without me wanding it or all of that. I feel like it's way less trouble than when I was straightening it and just had to keep straightening my bangs and all of that. So I think it's less fuss. A lot of people don't think so, but I think it's way less fuss. And I don't know, it has become me. And now when I have it like straightened or something, I'm like, this is just, ew. No, I need to wash my hair right now.
So just following on from what Summer just said, I kind of completely agree. I think the one thing that I've grown to love about my natural hair is the fact that it's almost like a representation of me. I feel like I look the best with it suits me the most. It's really, really weird because I'm not one of those naturals who who hated their relaxed hair or their relaxed hair was like rubbish or whatever. I love being relaxed. I loved when I had my straight hair. But since I became natural, I feel like this suits me. It's like this is how I'm supposed to look, and it's really, really weird. And even when I straighten my hair, like, okay, it looks nice, But as soon as I wash my hair again, it's like, oh, there you are, you know? It's really, really weird. But I feel like a lot of my identity is tied to having natural hair. It completes me as me.
Uh-huh. I think the best part, adding to what everyone said, is the community that natural hair brings. We are in a lot more conversations. We reach out to each other. We share things. We like receive and we give too. So I think that community aspect of it is so great. And like, had it not been for like this natural hair community, I would have met these like wonderful girls. So it does like, it just adds more to life, I think. And I think that's the best part of being natural for me. Shanks, did you want to add anything?
Me?
The last question.
Oh, well, I'm not natural yet, so I can't really answer the question yet.
But why? So why are you going natural then?
Just because I have no idea what my natural hair looks like, and yeah, like what you guys were saying, it's very versatile. I love the fact that natural hair can hold so many different styles, better than relaxed hair. You can do so much with natural hair, like Kellsey was saying, or Summer was saying. You can straighten it, you can curl it, you can wand it without using heat. You can just use a flexi rod and wand your hair without using heat. It's just so versatile, and I feel like everyone's hair is so unique and so beautiful. No one's hair is like anyone else's hair, and it really does make us very unique.
Does anyone want to add any last minute anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer a last minute question that I see, and it says, how long did you all transition for? And it's kind of had 4 +1, so I thought we'd go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Guessing the question is for the 2 of us. I transitioned for 2 years. Yeah.
Same for me. 2 years.
Since my keratin treatment, it's been like 2 years. Okay. Okay, well, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today, and I'm sorry we didn't get to answer all of your questions, but we are still very active on our YouTube channel, so I'm sure if you comment in this video and also comment on our own channels, we'll answer your questions. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a privilege for us to talk with you guys and really interact, so I just want to say have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.